We do want to welcome in our panel right now, physician and best-selling author of the Metflex Diet, Dr. Ian Smith, and assistant physician to the Cleveland Browns from the UH Jasinski Sports Medicine Institute, Dr. Robert Flannery. Doctors, welcome both of you. And Dr. Smith, we'll start with you. The question that I think of so many people thinking, 18 years old, so healthy, how does this happen to someone who is so young and so physically fit?
Well, first of all, prayers and concerns to the son, to the family, to the classmates. This is devastating no matter how you look at it. It's very difficult to comprehend this. 18-year-old kid, very athletic, in great shape, works out a lot. I followed his progress on Instagram. But what people don't understand is just because you look great on the outside, just because you're able to perform things at such a high level athletically, there could be underlying disease, heart disease, something called cardiomyopathy that may have gone undiagnosed. I mean, this is, let's be very clear, this is not normal. 18-year-old athletes don't have cardiac arrest. So something underlying is the problem. I'm not his personal physician, so I don't know exactly what it is, but you can bet that they're going to have an extensive workup to see whether or not there's some type of underlying anatomical disease, that is the structure of the heart, or maybe one of the valves could be a problem, or it could be an electrical issue. Maybe there's something wrong with the rhythm of his heart and the electrical signal. And so there's something happening that needs to be figured out. But let me just say this very clearly. This is something that has to be taken very seriously. This is a very serious incident, and it's not like recovering from the flu or a cold. You need to know what caused it, why it happened, and rest assured, you need to feel very confident that whatever the root cause is, that you can solve it or fix it or treat it, and it decreases the chance of it happening again.
You know, Dr. Flannery, I know you have so much experience watching athletes recover from injuries, most notably in your work with the Cleveland Browns. Certainly a good sign that Bronny is out of the ICU at this point, but what do the coming days and the coming weeks likely look like for him? Is this the kind of thing that could resolve quickly enough for him to go do those exhibition games in Greece and Croatia?
Yeah, first, thank you for having me. And I want to echo what Dr. Smith had to say. We want to make sure that we're sending as many prayers and thoughts to the James family to make sure that he gets a quick and speedy recovery. As far as what comes in the next couple of days to weeks, just like Dr. Smith said, they're going to make sure that they know what happened, why it happened, and can it happen again? If it can happen again, how are we going to treat it? How are we going to make sure that it doesn't happen again so that he can get back to doing the thing that he loves, which is playing basketball? The exhibitions are just that, exhibitions, and while I'm sure he wants to play, the most important thing is his health and his long-term safety, making sure that he lives a long and happy life, whether he plays basketball or not.
Yeah, certainly. And Dr. Smith, I know research shows up to 72% of sudden cardiac arrests are preceded by symptoms of some kind. Often it goes unrecognized. What do kids and parents and coaches need to look out for?
Well, it's interesting. It's very difficult because it's hard to know whether or not the symptoms you're experiencing are due to an undiagnosed heart disease condition. We don't know. I mean, you may have dizziness, you may feel faint, you may have chest pain, but it's hard for teenagers in particular to discern whether or not it's because they have muscle soreness versus that it has chest tightness. Is it they're faint because they haven't eaten, they're dehydrated? It's not really easy. So I think in these situations that parents and coaches and staff need to be very, very vigilant. When athletes are saying they're exhibiting symptoms, you got to do a full battery of tests, whether it's verbal, an exam. Make sure that nothing else is going on. You just can't dismiss it as, it's just, he needs something to drink. He didn't eat this morning. It could be something more than that.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.